Nanogrid. We've been talking about this nanogrid for a while. We started 10 of these sites 1 year ago. We learned a lot since then, and as of now, we're doing 10 of these per month. Thanks to IDLC, as we mentioned in the last panel, they're the first commercial entity who came forward and financed the first 100 nanogrids using the Bangladesh Bank Refinance Program. As the title says, affordable through appropriate technologies. The key is appropriate. What makes it appropriate? And what does appropriate technology actually do? It makes it more efficient. And the efficiency is the key. If we can or cannot make a thing affordable to the end user. Efficiency means, from our perspective, making the system generation to the load more efficient. Making the payment collection from the field more efficient using any kind of prepaid system or mobile banking system. Efficiency means providing the service that is required after the sales for a long time, as long as the project is live, more efficient. So generation efficiency, collection efficiency, and efficiency in providing the service. That's what nanogrid is all about. This did not come a dream. This was built on a lot of the experience that we have in our solar home system and also the mini grid around the world. So we developed this based on the experience that we have. We go into this sequence. We talk about the company, about the team, the off-grid problems that we know of, and the opportunity that it provides to the investors and also the technology providers, the nanogrid, the detail and the competitive advantage of the technology, business model, the market potential, and also the channel partner segmentation, plus the investment opportunity that we are seeking. Solari was started in 2009 as a technology development company, and the core technologies developed in 2010, which has been patented both in Bangladesh and also in the US. And the commercial operation started in 2011. We have now 2 factories since then. And the only external investor was IFC through SEED, a local fund manager. We have 400 employees at the moment, with 80% of them is technical background, and 600 partner branches that we're operating now. And we have our own 100 franchisee branches. The revenue, we closed $5 million last year, and this year we're going to close $12 million. As a founder, my background was semiconductor. In the US, I've designed the first single chip radio in the world. I have 10 US patents, and in Bangladesh, I have 4 patents around solar technologies. We have a team, single team with 135 years of cumulative experience, and the departments have been segmented with appropriate delegation of authority, that is the finance, the operation, the management, the marketing, and the technology development, including the HR and admin. Off-grid problems. The cost of grid extension is around $400 per home. I know this is a contentious number. Different people have different views, but that's an average estimate that we have made. The capex for solar home system is around $8 per watt peak. Monthly payment for a solar home system user, the smallest system, it turns out to be $2 per lamp per month. Cost of revenue collection, which a lot of our partners, they know very well, it's more than 40% of the OPEX is just for trying to collect the monthly payment. And again, the collection efficiency, what the number really looks like, is a debatable thing, but it is not very lucrative. Unless you have some technology, whether it is mobile banking or some kind of prepayment system. As of now, most people, they do door-to-door payment collection. It's a very manual, labor-intensive process, and the cost of overhead goes up significantly. Standalone irrigation might sound very attractive. The problem is 6 to 7 months a year remains unused, and that makes the cost of the system significantly high and becomes unviable. Not enough anchor load for bigger system when we're talking about off-grid, because the bigger system is what anchors it. And in the off-grid to scale up, a lot of the areas is a consumptive load and very small productive load. So the anchor load is not what will take this off. Now these are the known problems that we know of. Where is the opportunity? We see around $5 a month is what an average user in the off-grid areas can pay, and they have been paying it for last many months. This is the minimum amount I'm talking about. The guys who own solar home system ends up paying $5 a month. Now this is an opportunity. The solar home system is $2 a month per lamp is the payment they end up paying. Nanogrid on the other hand, the end user cost is only 40 cents per lamp per month. Now this is based on the tariff, which might sound very high in terms of kilowatt hour. But again, we do not sell kilowatt hour. We sell a complete service that includes installation, turnkey solution, a service, and a guaranteed after-sale service. It's not like a product model where after 2 or 3 years down the road, when the payment is all collected, the system becomes unattended and they don't get anything else. So in the service model, we believe as long as you provide it in an affordable way and stand by the requirement of the service, it works much better for the off-grid users. Cost of irrigation around $100 per acre per season, and this is the number that came from the diesel generator-based irrigation that they're using. So as long as you are within this domain, the things are affordable and commercially scalable. Nanogrid, the system has two components: 3 kilowatt peak system for residential use only with a battery backup. An additional 5 kilowatt is only for day use for the irrigation support. And as I said, we don't think standalone irrigation is viable. What we think is commercial viability. The energy should be able to be diverted into the main system, which is the nano residential use. So meaning, if there's an off-peak season or off-peak hour, the energy gets diverted into the battery backup system, and the tariff is adjusted so that they can pay less when the energy is surplus. And with this system, the user can actually use smaller number of pumps or smaller size of pumps plus different type of pumps. Like for example, somebody can use a small AC pump, or he may choose to use smaller DC pump, which in Bangladesh you can see these days are getting much popular. Especially it started with the rickshaws with a very small DC pump. And we leave it to the user. We give them the energy with prepaid mechanism, and they can choose to use any different types of pump, but smaller pumps. Because we believe in Bangladeshi perspective, the farm owners are very small, and if you try to make a cooperative system, it becomes much more difficult to manage. Whether if it's a smaller system and you give them the flexibility to use either AC pump or DC pump, makes it much more viable. Energy efficiency. This is the key. We developed the first inverter-less high voltage or 220 volt wave system. And this inverter-less system is actually 200% more efficient than any inverter-based system. When we talk efficiency, we're talking about energy efficiency. Lowest cost is a $3 per watt peak cost, which is significantly lower than the solar home system or the bigger mini grids. Lowest end user cost, because it's 40 cents per lamp per month. It's a modularized, scalable solution. You can start small. As the load grows, you can grow with the system without really trying to understand or forecast the load, which is very difficult in the off-grid areas. So you can always start small, manage your capex, and grow as the load grows. Prepaid system that reduces the collection efficiency. I think this is the key issue when you're trying to operate as a business entity in the off-grid areas. Centralized generation that eliminates the end user service need, because we have to provide service only at the generation end, and each individual house only has a prepaid meter, so we don't need to support them directly. So that reduces the cost of providing service and making it more efficient. Small pumps, DC or AC, can be supported using the prepaid energy. Local operator is the key. The 50 homes that we support from a nanogrid, one person or one house becomes the hub, and he becomes the operator, and he actually sells the code to those 50 homes on a prepaid basis. He collects the money, sends that with using mobile banking to us, and we send him a code and he gets the charge. So he's like a local anchor, and all he has to do is do the routine maintenance and sells the code and collect the monthly payment. And the technical support or any unusual maintenance requirement, that is, we provide them using our own 100 branches that we have in the off-grid right now. Investment return for the operator is within 20 months, and the way it works, a system would cost you $10,000, and we collect $50 every home. So with the 50 homes, you collect $2,500 upfront as a connection fee. And the operator, he pays $1,250, and we match $1,250. So in together, we have collected $5,000 upfront, and that becomes the equity. And the remaining $5,000 is we are now financing through commercial bank. Like I said, IDLC is the first one who came forward, and this amount is paid back at 9% interest over 4 years. That is enough to be able to make around $125 profit for the operator. Customer benefit, it's a completely prepaid system and pay-as-you-go kind of mechanism. So there is no upfront commitment or minimum payment per month. Completely open, they can pay anywhere between $1 to $6 as the range. So completely maintenance-free and risk-free from the user perspective. If you look at the market, the top 30% can pay $8 per month. And the middle segment, which is the bulk of the segment, 60%, they can pay somewhere between $2 to $5 a month. This is based on a lot of our experience over the last 3 years. And the bottom 10% is below $2 a month. So with the Nano, we are actually targeting the middle segment, which is this $2 to $5 a month. The question is, what can I get as an user for a $5 a month? With $5, if you run one fan, one TV, 4 LED lamps, the total monthly bill will be less than $5. The $5 magic number came, which is the monthly payment a solar home system user has to pay per month. And with with $5, they're only getting a couple of lights. On the other hand, with the Nano, with the same $5, you can have your home. You can actually transition from light to your life. Foreign market, we have started exporting it to Africa and also neighboring countries. In fact, we started first in Malaysia, and a lot of people probably will wonder why Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't have any shortage of electricity. Interestingly, there's a huge plantation in Malaysia which is completely off-grid, and they run from diesel generator. And we started the piloting 3 years ago, and now they have become so popular that we have started exporting to Malaysia now to power up those plantations. And a lot of those plantations you see Bangladeshi people are working. How do we operate? We supply components at the component level. We also supply the entire package. We also do it ourselves as a turnkey solution provider. Investment opportunity wise, like I said, we did first 10 nano 1 year ago. Now with the IDLC support, we are doing 10 nano every month. And we are now going and planning to do much bigger number, which is 5,000 nano sites over the next 2 years. And that will require around $10,000 per site of financing, debt financing from the bank. That means around $50 million of some kind of financing. The mode of investment that we've been looking is fixed asset collateral. And if you look at the financials, which we are open to share with any prospective investor, will be more than 40%. Nowadays, some very VIP people actually visited our nanogrids, and they believe this could pave the way to next revolution in the rural electrification in Bangladesh. Thank you.